So, an introduction to zebra danios. Zebra danios are a freshwater fish from Southeast Asia. They've got long, narrow, streamlined bodies with 5 to 7 horizontal black and white stripes along the main body. Their adult size is usually around 2.5 centimeters, which is the equivalent to an inch. They're also very social creatures. They like to shoal, which means that you should probably get them in groups of 5 to 7. They also live 3 to 5 years on average, so there's plenty of time for your danios to grow and breed. Zebra danios are benthopelagic, which means they like to explore different levels of the tank, giving the tank a great different dimension. The next section will focus on the behaviour of zebra danios and how they'll act in your tank. I've kept zebra danios in like a 60 litre tank, so about 20 gallon, a little bit under 20 gallon, and they're absolutely full of energy, constantly swimming around. If you want a really interactive fish, they're a really good fish to go for, especially for a beginner. Now onto the water requirements. Zebra danios like a temperature of around 26 degrees Celsius or 79 degrees Fahrenheit for any American watchers. But they can tolerate temperature changes down to about 22 degrees Celsius or up to 30 degrees Celsius, which is 72 degrees Fahrenheit to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. They can also survive in pH levels between 7 and 8, but they prefer the pH to be from 7 to about 7.4. This makes them a really good starter fish because the water chemistry doesn't have to be perfect to keep these zebra danios. They're quite a hardy fish, so like I say, it makes them really good for beginners if you've not quite knacked how to get the water chemistry perfect. Now, the habitat for zebra danios can be basically whatever you want. They can survive and they'll thrive in any kind of aquarium. I always recommend planted aquariums, they just work well. Having live plants always seems to make the tank just perform that little bit better. But there's no room for hiding spots, they'll constantly be swimming around, so the tank, you can make the habitat basically exactly how you want it. Now, the food preferences for zebra danios, they're really easy fish. They're very undemanding in terms of offering them different food. Your standard store-bought fish flakes will work absolutely fine. For the zebra danios, they'll be able to grow using that if you get them as babies, and it shouldn't cause any disease. Just your standard fish food will be absolutely perfect for these fish. And onto any tank mate suggestions for the zebra danios. Now, they are a great community tank fish. They'll get along with every other fish that's similar to their size. They're not really known for nipping fins. They're very peaceful. They just go around their own business, swimming around the tank, kind of staying together. Absolutely perfect. If I had to give you some good examples of what fish to pair with them, it would be a standard guppy, molly, corridoras for the bottom, swordtails, barbs, tetras. Any fish like that will work absolutely perfectly with the zebra danio. And that basically completes this care guide. I'm not going to mention breeding because I'll do that in a separate video in a breeding series later on. I have had experience breeding danios and I have got some ideas which I can share with you all, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to do that on a different video. So if you do want to learn more about how to care for fish, I've had lots of experience in doing this and I consider myself fairly knowledgeable. So do press subscribe and do drop a like, it would be greatly appreciated. Hopefully I'll see you in another video. Have a great rest of your day and go get your zebra danios.